Hey peeps, it's day 31 in my video log and I just came back from my dance lesson of the week. One more before I go to the competition in Austin, Texas on Friday. So Thursday will be the lesson before that. Today was a very tough lesson. My coach was extremely picky. Though he always tells me that I should be less critical of my dance partner, but today he was very critical of me. This is not right, that's not right, do this, do this, do this. And I just saw somebody litter on the road. Someone just opened their door and threw away their water bottle. That is so wrong. But yeah, it was a good lesson. I loved it. It was just he is asking a lot more now that I am more familiar with the routines, right? So now it's all about a lot of techniques and styling that are concepts that I have watched higher level dancers dance. However, I never thought about applying that to my dancing yet, because so far it has been really, follow the structure, where it needs to be, go there, do the steps, right? Get your hands there, get your arms there, and do the steps. So when you apply energy and styling, that is probably the next toughest part about dancing, and I am getting to that now, and it's definitely not easy. It's a challenge, even though conceptually it's not very hard. Like, you think about it, right? Obviously you want to perform, and when you perform you need to create different sorts of energy so you can direct your audience, perhaps emotions or attentions, right? And obviously, me as a somewhat baby dancer, compared to professionals, I'm always a baby dancer, right? That is something that I know it's there, but I would have no idea how to apply. And right now my coach is showing me how to create some baby steps in that, and it's very exciting because it's definitely a lot of challenge that that it's cool, because that means I'm moving a little higher, moving up in my dance, and I'm very excited about that, right? So yeah, so it was a tough lesson. Not that it was really tough, meaning physically, but I think being able, learning how to express yourself using dance and your body, and same thing, connecting your arms to your body instead of just a regular move your arm, then move your body, everything disconnected. That's definitely something that us baby beginners do. And obviously I can't really call myself a baby beginner anymore. I've been dancing on and off for the last 7 years, but really since I skipped COVID for 2 years, so I would say like 4 or 5 years, right? So not a baby beginner, but for a pro-am student, that is still quite new, because if you imagine, if you take one lesson a week, right, and maybe not 50 lessons, but so that means you get about 50 hours of dancing, right? And plus obviously I practice and all that. So I'm just gonna pause here. So then we don't really have a lot of experience if you consider the professionals who dance 40 hours to 60 hours a week. Yeah, like there's one time I talked to a coach when it was a traveling consultant that came to the studio, and I told him, he asked me how long I've been dancing, and at that moment it was like 2 years, and I said 2 years, and I feel like I'm not progressing very fast. I felt like I sucked in my dancing, and he's like, well, if you were a professional, if you were a beginner teacher and you've been dancing for 2 years, I probably would have drill you on a lot of techniques. I expect you to do a lot better, but because you're a student and you're a pro-am student, just like imagine how many lessons do you take, right, each week? And I said 1, and he's like, well, and how many hours do you practice each week? And at that point, it wasn't a lot. I would say like at most 2 hours, so that's like 3 hours. He's like, 3 hours a week, that's nothing. He said a teacher, one of my students, like teacher students, right, or professional students, then they get at least 8 hours a day. So I'm like, which is true. So if you're learning to, don't be too harsh on yourself. Even dancing for 6-7 years is nothing for a pro-am student. Obviously, if you dedicate more time, then you can get better. And this is really what I'm doing right now, is that I'm dedicating a lot more time to dancing and practicing, so I can actually get better faster. Otherwise, it does take time to get better. Yeah, so yep, I'm very excited. There's a lot of new concepts that I have to practice, so I'll work on that. Oh yeah, so a little update on my entrepreneurship. There was a sales funnel I was working on, and it's been stalled for a while because of the competition and traveling and all that, and the dance camp, that I have not really worked on it. In the videos, the vlogs before, I said that I was gonna finish the transcript by the time I leave for Austin, and well, the transcript is finished, but not because of me. Maybe it's my Silva, it's called clairvoyance, that I have my business partner actually finished it for me, and it's like, oh, so excited, because he took probably a fourth of the time that it would have taken me, because since he was a speaker, so he knew what he was talking about, so it was a lot easier for him to correct his own grammar instead of me trying to figure out what he was trying to say. So if you're watching, thank you so much, because I'm very excited. Now I can move on to the next thing, and I get everything set up, and we just have one more thing we need to do, which is completion of a demo video. So that shouldn't take too long, so I should be able to get everything set up before that, and so then get it ready so we can actually put it live and see what happens, right? If we can find somebody that's interested in our product. So that's definitely so exciting for me. And then also I can start planning for the next sales funnel, my next products. And I have an idea. It's just that I really have to plan out what I really want to do. I really wanted to help people be more comfortable in their in parties, and not just kind of move, because I've been to a lot of parties lately, or live band, and where people just do kind of like this, moving around, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more people who wants to be out there and actually be more comfortable, and not just kind of jiggle my butt or whatever, right? So that's my next sales funnel, that I want to help people doing that. So if there's an easier way to help people, that'd be great. So that's kind of something I want to think about and plan out. So yeah, that is all. I think today I'm gonna go back and eat something, because I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten anything, and once I do that, then maybe mentally practice my dancing, and then finish on cleaning up the stuff for my current funnel and see what I can do from there. Yep, that's it. I will talk to you guys next time, and have a great day.